What is up, friends? And welcome to the 11th episode of Useless Information with Danny B and Dick. I am Dick with my co-host, my good friend Danny B. What's up, brother?
What's up, everybody out there? How's everybody doing?
Everybody is good. I hear them. They're saying everybody is good. Everybody is wonderful. The world is a great place. How are you doing, bud?
Dude, I to be quite honest with you, I'm fucking on cloud nine right now, man. I just bought tickets to this amazing show in October, and I'm just floating right now. I'm so excited, dude. I'm beyond excited.
What show is that?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to. So they're a band called Lorna Shore, and they're like heavy death metal, and I've heard of them, and I'm not a big death metal fan, but recently I've been listening to a lot of really heavy screaming and growls and really pig squeal screaming and shit. And it just kept wrapping around and coming back full circle to Lorna Shore. So I ended up just downloading all their music, and I'm like, man, just put it on shuffle. I'm like, this is so incredible. So I found out that they were playing a show close to where my mother-in-law lives, and the Black Dahlia murder is opening up for them. And I'm like, I'm getting second week in a row, people. I got goosebumps. First it was this fucking dude. Now it's this show. So the Black Dahlia murder, I remember listening to them in my previous marriage. That's how long I've been listening to them. And when I found out, it was really quite tragic because the singer passed away a couple years ago, and the guitar player, who pretty much sounds exactly like the dude, like his vocals and everything, which is wild to even think that someone can almost mimic the same vocals. And I was like, I didn't want to go see that. I wanted to see the original, and I was kind of sad. So I started listening to them, a couple years ago, and I'm like, fuck, dude, their music's good too. So when this whole collab together, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
It's the same weekend as the Sleep Token show that my wife and I are going to go see. The show that sold out within 5 minutes, and my lady, for some way, somehow fucking got tickets. It's going to be the most epic weekend of all time, dude. I'm so pumped, dude.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I'm just I can't. I'm just floating. I'm just thinking. I'm just happy. So if you to see me just kind of in my own little world, I'm listening to Richard with death metal behind him in my head. So
yeah,
I mean, I'll show you a quick clip just so you guys can kind of understand how wildly insane this is. Oh, and I caught the commercial. Sorry, people. Like I said before, I'm never going to pay for YouTube Premium. It's
no,
absolutely.
That's stupid.
$80 a month, dude. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Okay.
I'll just listen to the commercials. I don't even pay for any streaming service or anything right now. I just watch the commercials.
Here we go. This is Lorna Shore, Prison of Flesh, off their latest album. It hasn't even dropped yet, and they dropped 3 fucking bangers. Goosebumps, people. People are going to play that in front of me.
It's weird how humans can make that sound, dude.
Right?
How can humans make that sound with their? It's
dude. When I heard that, when he went
with that.
Oh my god, dude. And I've been following the lead singer of Lorna Shore, and he's done a lot of instructional videos on how he screams certain vocals and stuff. And it's so interesting, man. It's not how we grew up, just blow your fucking vocal cords out and then, try to fucking do the next show or try to play the next gig or whatever.
Yeah.
You just, whatever happens. It's punk rock. Like you said, dude, it's punk rock.
My voice still hurts from singing when I was in my 20s. I still have issues. I can't raise my voice because of that, because I never did it the right way. And it's I at a time, there was a time where I could actually do it, and I felt like I was doing it right, and where I could actually do the growls and the screams where they sounded good. but for the most part, every time I would sing, I was doing it wrong. So, I mean, I don't know how humans can make these noises sometimes, these pig squeals and stuff, and then go to like a deep growl. I mean, it's amazing. You know,
Yeah,
that sounded really good.
dude. And each one of these songs like average like 5 minutes long each.
Jeez.
Like 5 to 9, like their latest album, like the last three songs or the songs they've dropped, they're like 7 minutes long each of him doing that, and the rest of the band doing the whatever the fuck they're doing in their BPMs. Crazy
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. That's
So,
crazy, dude.
so
That's
people,
nuts.
thank you for like embracing what I just showed you, but that's literally how I feel. Like he said before, the world is great right now. It's the littlest things like that. And on top of it, I'm going with my wife and my one of my best friends. So
Yeah. That's awesome,
it's
dude.
gonna be cool.
That's awesome, dude. That's great. Well, I have some things to say before we get started. I have a little bit of news, a little bit of wedding talk I wanted to talk about before we get going. We have a venue. We figured everything out. We know where we're going to get married. We pretty much have a date.
Hey, bud,
And
I don't mean to interrupt you, but like you're kind of like you're 8-bitting me right now.
oh, sorry. um, so my fiance has, you know, a lot of family, right? And I don't have a lot of family. I have a lot of good friends though, right? And I have been going over and over in my head who are going to be my groomsmen, right? I definitely got my brother. I definitely got my son. And I thought about something. I said, look, podcasting with this guy, and I've known you for 30 years, you to be a groomsman in my wedding. What do you say, bud?
That goosebumps again, dude. It's the second week in a row. How can I not, man, dude? I'm actually honored for you to even think of me
Yeah.
like that,
I
and
mean,
I would
think
love
about it,
to.
bro. Like, think about it, bro. Like,
No, no, there's no fucking thinking about it, dude. You know what? I told my
no, I
wife.
mean, I mean, not think about it. You better not think about it. You better say yes, motherfucker. But what I'm saying is, we've been friends for a long time, and then we just said, hey, let's podcast together, and then we rekindled a friendship, and we become good friends on top of just hey, like, just podcasting together. And we've been friends for a long time. We've been good friends for a long time. And I was like, you're like a brother to me, and I was like, I want you to stand there with me when I get married. So I'm glad you'll do that with me, man, because it's going to be a great time, and I'm going to have my brothers up there with me. So,
I'm beyond stoked, dude. Like, I'm honored and I'm thankful to be a part of such a monumental time in your life, and I'm glad to
yeah,
be there for it. So, and I'm
awesome.
excited to meet the missus on her wedding day.
Yeah. My mom's gonna meet her on well, my mom met her, but my sister's gonna meet her, my brother's gonna meet her on the wedding day. They haven't even met her yet, but they've talked to her, but they've never actually met her. My mom is the only one that's actually met her, and my mom loves her, and she's an amazing person. So I'm really lucky. So um it's crazy because she has like 10 bridesmaids, and I was like, I have a lot of good friends, but I'm not even gonna compose. I'm gonna have like 5 people. So I'm gonna have
Dude,
like
that's
5
two. What
groomsmen.
is that gonna be like 2 girls on each, like for each
Yeah,
guy?
I think that's what we're gonna do, to be
Fucking,
honest.
this wedding's awesome already. This fucking wedding's great.
That's what it's gonna be. That's what we're doing, because it's like double, because I'm gonna have like 5, she's gonna have 10. So that's exactly what we're doing, is
That
two
this
two bridesmaids walk down with 1 groomsman. So hell
Oh
yeah, dude.
fuck. That means I have to fucking look good, dude, and get in shape and shit. Oh, it starts soon.
No, you don't.
No
Well, you
pressure.
got
No
you got like
pressure.
you got like 8 months.
That's I need all the time in the world, baby.
But it's probably gonna be at the end of April, something like that. We don't have an exact date yet, but we do have a venue, and we're still trying to choose between a couple dates, but we're working with the venue on that. But we have a DJ already set up. We have photographer. We're getting pictures taken this Saturday, like some they're like engagements, I guess you can call them, even though we've taken a few, but these are like professional. So it's all coming around. So
It's exciting, dude. So
yeah.
now that I'm gonna be a part of this, I get to ask the
Yes.
question, dude. I get to ask
What's
the
up?
question.
What's up?
Bachelor and bachelorette parties. Is there gonna be is there like a limit to this shit?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Because, I'm also not the person to be like, you know what? We're going to fucking push it to the limit. Bum, bum, bum. We're not going to do that. Like I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever disrespect your wife and anything like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'm not a Vegas person, but I'm ready to have a fucking good time with my boys.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a Vegas person either, but we'll figure out a plan where we can go and do something super fun. I'll probably just
That's
plan it myself, and because
uh,
my
wait.
son's
Whoa,
probably
whoa,
gonna be my best
whoa,
man.
whoa. That's not
Okay.
your job, bud. That's
I
definitely
know
not
it's
your
not.
job.
Hit up my brother.
Okay.
You guys can plan it. I mean, my son might have some say in it, but I think my brother would have a good, since you know my brother, you can hit him up and then start planning some stuff. I'm down for
Perfect.
Vegas, but like I said, I'm not a Vegas
I
person. But
fucking hate Vegas. Dude. I'd be sitting
yeah,
there just pissed off at the world. I'm like, that $20 slot machine just fucking ruined
yeah,
my day.
yeah. And that's just like exactly. Yeah, that's all it does is ruin my day when I go to Vegas. I'm like, fuck, man. I don't gamble. I don't drink. It's like shit. What am I gonna do here? So I don't do blow. So it's like, what am I gonna do? So I hate
Yeah.
Vegas, but
You know what?
figure
Like
something out.
when I came back from my vacation from Montana, we had came across to Vegas and met up with my buddy JD from my old group. And we just went there to just to honestly rest our head from the long 10, 12-hour drive. And it's like, dude, let's just meet up. I'm not doing anything else. We met up in this fucked up, dive bar, which was dope. I got to drink some really awesome, Stone Brew beer that was from 2007, was fucking amazing. And I'm like, that's all Vegas would ever be for me, is like just going to visit JD and that's it.
Yeah,
Like if someone said, hey, let's go to the Sphere and watch fucking YouTube, I'd be like, dude, suck my ass. Like,
yeah.
really not, dude.
Fuck
The crazy thing is that I actually looked into watching The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere because they were premiering it over there. It was like $150 a ticket, dude.
Oh, geez.
And
Yeah,
at this point, dude, if anybody listened to my latest podcast, it's not that far away from what you fucking spend at the movie theater now.
yeah. It really isn't.
So,
Like you go there. We only go on Tuesdays because it's like $5 tickets, but then you end up still spending $50 on just the snacks and drinks and stuff that you get. So
no.
they get you either way.
Uh-huh. And it's not like
Yep.
they're entertaining anymore. The movies aren't even entertaining anymore.
Movies are they're just doing like sequels of movies that are 30 years old and just remakes of movies. Like there's nothing interesting anymore. They're not coming out with anything interesting anymore. It's just stupid now. So I mean,
I just want to do a plug for a movie that has nothing to do with me. It has not doesn't know me at all. But if you want originality, people, and I know you have Netflix, there's a little movie called K-pop Demon Hunter out there. If you guys would like to watch,
yeah,
it is still a 10 out of 10. It's still a 10 out of 10 movie.
I need to go watch that. I still can't pull the trigger on that one. I don't know why.
I'm telling you,
It's
man.
called K-pop Demon Hunter, but we'll try.
That is the same reason it took me forever to do it, man. And I am sucked in, dude. I think you're gonna get sucked into the music first, and I think everything else will kind of just like tie in together. You'll be like, all right, there's a fucking story behind this. It's kind of cool.
Okay. I'll try it tomorrow. I will pull the trigger tomorrow. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter. Okay.
I mean, I never thought I would ever go see a death metal show either, and I'm like ready to get punched in the face. I didn't even get seats. I'm standing in front of, I'm ready to get, but we're gonna get our ass kicked. Oh yeah. But the crazy thing is, this is the best part. My wife has been always saying like her bucket list is to fucking crowd surf. She's like, she looks at me and she goes, and we're watching the music video of Lorna Shore. She goes, do you think this is the show where I crowd surf? And I go, me and Brad will fucking make it happen. And she goes, because my wife's a bigger girl, and she's like, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, no one's gonna give a fuck. If like I will look around and everybody's like, I can say, hey, she wants to crowd surf, let's make it happen. Everybody's be like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, of course.
So it's just I'm just oh dude, it's fucking dope. Oh man.
Not my thing, but yeah, I mean, that does sound cool, man. I know you knew more of that metal than I am, so yeah.
I think you know what it is, dude? I listen to music now and I imagine myself on that stage.
Yeah.
Being a part of like music for, the time that I did, and I got to perform as many times as I had. you can't get it out of your head, man. It's like
Oh yeah.
listening to music and it's like, man, I would love to be in that fucking guy's head while he's playing that riff or that drum part or when he hits that scream or when she sings that note. That
Yeah.
and all the people in the audience just like, oh, engulfed in it. I miss that. That was a high because we weren't a drug band or anything like that. That was a high that just never went away, man. And I
Yeah.
still talk about it to this day, and it's been 20 something years.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a high. Like I remember, playing in front of 5 people and then playing in front of like 500 people. And, you know, either way, just being on that stage playing is a high. It's something that I miss terribly. And maybe someday I'll be able to do it again, but that is one of the best one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life is playing live music, playing live music and watching people, like watching when you do have an actual crowd and it's not just the other bands waiting to play. Um, Watching them move to the music that you're playing, like that's just the best high you could ever have. Most of the time I was drunk when I played, but still it's the best high you could have is just playing on stage.
Hey, they're grooving just like me.
Yeah.
You know what,
Yeah.
man? Like I thought I turned on my amp a couple days ago and I was playing some riffs and I'm like, you know what? I kind of still want to do this. I still want to write something. And then fucking my tubes just went boom.
Oh,
And all I saw was $300 out of my pocket to get this shit fixed.
uh,
So
that's
I'm hoping that it was just something that just faded out because I turned it on and then my amp turned back on. So normally when your tubes fucking blow, like nothing turns on, like everything's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
So, but I came up with a realization like during that little phase. I was telling my wife, like, I just need to get the right recording equipment and just record everything on my computer. I'm never going to play live again.
Yeah.
But the only time I would ever play live again, and I mean, I'd jam with friends and whatever, that's not a big deal. But to ever perform live again, I would never step on stage ever again unless it was my old group with JD, his sister, and a fucking just, if we can get one of my old drummers again, that'd be great. But I would never ever perform again without those guys. And it was something that it was actually hard to come to grips with, even though like we've never ever talked about ever performing ever again with each other,
Yeah.
let alone, but I don't know why it was one of those things that I've had kept in the back of my head for so long. Maybe it was just like a yearning for that one more chance to experience it, not just
Yeah.
to be a part of like, the audience and stuff, but just to be on stage with people that I like fucking fell in love with for, 2 or 3 years, they
Mhm.
were just like my best friends. So once I realized that, I was like, okay, I think I can start writing music again and then know that this is just all going to be me. And it's nothing more than just record it, get it done. And that's it. Whatever happens to it. If someone fucking deletes it, cool. If someone copies it, it is what it is.
Yeah. You got to do it, man. I'm telling you. Do that when and done. Do that album you want to put out. I'm
It
here to
just
help
has,
you in any way.
I have to be motivated, man. I was fun. It's funny. I was listening to your latest podcast, Mind a Dick. You can follow that on all major platforms. Boom,
Thank you.
plug.
Thank you for the plug.
I'm pretty good at that. I was listening to your podcast and you were saying something that I'm like, this isn't like people. I don't want you to think that we're just fucking sucking each other's dicks all the time, dude, on this podcast and hyping each other up.
Not
But
on the podcast.
not on the podcast. I just made groomsmen, people.
How do you think you made Groomsmen?
Right, right. But he had said something to the point of like where things like your podcast, like things started frustrating you with your podcast. It's like, why am I even doing this? You know, it hit me because my meme Instagram account was doing really well and it like faltered by like 600,000 views within like a fucking week. And within an instant, dude, in an instant, I was like, I just want to delete this page. What's the fucking point of me even fucking posting if it's not even doing anything? I should just focus on my conference call, blah, 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 which I should be doing anyways. But you said like, just figure it out. And I was just like, you know what? I remember when I was just posting shit when I only had like 300 followers, and I would just post shit for the fucking fun of it. And what happened is this shit got too serious. It became a fucking job, and I didn't like it, you know? And that's one thing I want to tell people out there. And I want to tell you that when it comes down to this podcasting thing with me, I'm always going to keep it fucking 100 fucking fun, and I'm never going to apologize for being me because I'm unapologetically me in life, no matter what. And I'm thankful for everybody that comes back to this podcast every single week, because I know when you listen to him, you get an educated podcast, and you listen to mine, and it's like, what the fuck does he even listen? Why does he even do a podcast with this guy?
No, dude,
But
your podcast is great. It's always very entertaining, dude. You always have like interesting shit to talk. So I
it's
enjoy it.
fun.
I get in my own head and I let it out, and that's why. And it's just like it is what it is. But
No, but
need to be
thing is,
funny, or I need to be more lighthearted on this shit because
but we can't take it seriously. If something happens, there's like people. I remember when I first bought my little portable recorder 10 plus years ago, when I would just put it in front of people's faces and say, fucking let's talk back and forth like this, like savages, like primates.
yeah, I did one of those before with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's been so long, and like now, it was all fun and games and shit. And now it got to the point where we can never take it that seriously again, brother. Where like we hate doing it and like we don't want to do it. It's like I don't ever want anybody to feel that we're taking it so seriously where it's not fun anymore. It's like, wow, this is a really serious podcast. This kind of sucks.
No, that's what I meant, is like shit that's like lighthearted and talk about funny shit and like not get so serious all the time. It's just sometimes I gotta let it out, and it's like the only outlet I have is like I want to talk about it. I want to say, look, this is what's on my mind. Like I got a lot of shit going on in this head, and it's like I want to get it out, and maybe other people will hear it and say, hey, I feel the same way, and it'll help people. And that's,
Yeah.
I have to do that sometimes. It makes me feel good. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a funny motherfucker sometimes, and I want to fucking talk about funny shit, and I want to be more entertaining and not just be serious all the time and talk about shit that's like deep, right? I got to do that every once in a while, but I'm gonna, like you said, we can't take ourselves so seriously. We just got to fucking. I can't sit there and go like, fuck, like only 5 people listen to my podcast. Like, well, I should be like, fuck,
That's fucking
5
sweet.
people listen to my podcast. Sweet. Like that's the way I'm looking at it,
Yeah, you should, dude. Like there's some things where I look at my stats, whatever, and I'll just look around to see who's even listening throughout the world. I'm like, that's fucking fun,
Yeah.
It's a fun little hobby, and I tell people all the time, like, it's just therapy. It's just therapy. It's stuff for all the years that I've been doing it. And I've honestly, the majority, like probably 95%, probably like 97% of the time, it's only been me just talking into a microphone,
Yeah.
So, you kind of just like, if something, like, we're all going to heal together, people. I just want you to let you know that we're all going to heal together. We're going to come up with shit that we're all going to fucking figure out the medium and fucking move along. Same thing
Yeah.
with like, we're going to move along from fucking Bam Margera fucking talking shit about Jackass all the time, because we're kind of done with it. Aren't we, people? We're all done with this Bam Margera shit. It's kind of like the same thing with the whole Dave Mustaine saying that Metallica stole everything from me.
Yeah.
It's little things like that. It's like, we're going to have to say the shit that no one wants to say. So Dave Mustaine, Bam Margera, just fucking move on.
Yeah.
Like, if you have not moved on from like as Megadeth, then that's another thing. Like, fuck, it was been 20 years that I've kept this whole thing. Like, I'm going to play with my band again. And I finally got over it. When is Dave Mustaine going to be on his deathbed where he's like, you know what? They did write some original shit.
It's like, come on, Dave. Like, who cares if you wrote some of the songs and stuff like that? Like, who gives a shit? It was in the fucking early 80s. It's like, it's way past time to just give that shit up. Come on, man. He's had a successful career without them. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, how
like I'm hearing
bad?
like have you heard Billy Corgan like talking about how all these people stole his music? And he's doing the same shit, dude. And he hasn't been relevant since the early 90s. Like, who gives a shit about Smashing Pumpkins? I like them, but like they haven't been relevant. And he's got a podcast, and he's always talking about like, oh, that riff was stolen from a song that I did before that. And they stole this riff from me, and they stole this idea from me.
Jeez.
I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the
Dude,
fuck up.
rock music is, there's a limit. There's seriously a limit with what you can do in rock music. Like
Yeah.
especially if you're just writing just a regular indie rock song,
Yeah.
especially if you're just using nothing but power chords. There's
Yeah.
not much you can do with it, bud.
Yeah. There's really not much you can do with those chords.
The
So
fact that
you're
Green Day
gonna
is still relevant to this day, the fact that they're still writing music in power chord format is fucking
yeah.
nuts to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna rip somebody off here or there, and it might be intentional just because you like how it sounds, or it might not be. You know, um, Kurt Cobain might have ripped off, what is it? More Than a Feeling, right? The same riff and Smells Like Teen Spirit. So what? It sounds the same. Maybe he liked it. So what? It sounds cool. All of it sounds cool. Who cares? It's two different songs. Maybe they have the same similar riff. Who gives a shit? And he's trying to say all this shit.
I
Like
mean,
Dave Mustaine's like, I wrote that riff and I wrote that and they turned it into this song. The fuck you, dude. You're not in the band anymore. Give it up.
how bad of a fucking drunk, how bad was that guy had to have been for them to fucking kick them out and just like, you're not a part of this tour anymore. You're out of here. Like, you're not a part of the band. You're out.
Fuck
So
you,
it's like you can look at it anyway. God, I hate saying it, man, but anytime I see that documentary, what is it? Was it Monster Inside Me or whatever? That documentary where they
some kind of monster or something.
Some kind of monster, yes.
Yeah.
There it is. Anytime that shit comes on, dude, I watch it. I don't know why I fucking don't like that group at all, but for some reason, how they documented that whole entire, movie was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
Really good.
Yeah, we've talked about how I don't really like Metallica that much. Neither of us really do, but that's a good documentary. I've seen it a few times.
It's one of the documentaries I've seen multiple times, dude.
Yeah, me too.
And don't get like bored watching it.
Yeah.
Even the history, like if anybody's never seen it, you guys should just listen to it or just watch it. They even talk about how Les Claypool fucking auditioned and how he was too good. I'm sure he was just a goofy fuck, and they're like, hey, he can play everything, but we can't have this guy just fucking Dave Matthewing around the stage when we're trying to play serious music. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You want to play My Name is Mud?
Yeah.
I bet he can't play it on the drums.
There was a race to draw.
Right. Dude, they just played at the what is it? The Greek. And they brought Bill Burr on stage and played fucking Jerry Was a Race Car Driver at the same time. I thought that was dope.
He drove so goddamn fast. Never did win the checkered flag, and he never did come in land.
If anybody didn't watch like their drum audition documentary that they had going on YouTube, that was fucking dope. That was like 12 weeks of like excitement, dude. That shit was fun too.
Yeah. I haven't watched any of it, but I'm going to.
Yeah, it was at the very end. At some point, dude, they bring fucking Thomas Lang in one of the auditions. It's like, why do you have anybody else? You should have just hired Thomas fucking Lang. But first off, like, you can't have a fucking Brad Pitt playing drums in your band. He's too gorgeous. Thomas Lang is a gorgeous fucking independent drummer. And I'm not ashamed of saying that. Look up people right now as you're listening to this. Look, Google him on your phone. Thomas Lang, drummer. Whether when he was starting out into where he is now, the man has not aged a fucking bit.
That's true, though. That's true.
So I was like, just give it to him. But then at the very end, once they figured everything out and they had the finale stuff, it was like, man, it was I cried at the end. It was so good. I cried at the end how they did it, dude. It was really good.
I gotta pull the trigger on that too. I haven't yet, but I've seen a lot of clips from it and they're fucking hilarious. So I gotta pull the trigger on that. I love fucking Les Claypool, and just to think of him being in Metallica, I'm like, it'd be such a different band.
It's for sure. It'd be like you couldn't. I can't even think about it honestly. Like the sound would just be so weird. It'd be so weird.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you? Kirk's like, what are you tuned in? Oh, D, F, Z, Y on this five.
I'm tuned to Y flat sharp. With my fretless bass.
He's like, what are you playing?
I call it anonymous mud.
Dude, fretless bass. People, we're giving you all this information to look shit up if you don't know what we're talking about. Fretless basses are fucking one of the craziest things if you've ever seen someone try to do it. It's like, what are they doing? How are they even know what they're fucking playing right now?
Yeah. It always sounds so good. I always remember watching him play and just, I think he was playing My Name is Mud, just kind of slapping his own. What are you doing? It's like, it's nuts. And he couldn't be in any other band but Primus. Like, there couldn't be any other. No. He couldn't just be a bass player for a band. Like, there's no way. And he tells a story about it. Like, yeah, I did try out for Metallica, but it was kind of, my buddy was like, hey, they need a bass player, and I was going to go help them out for a little bit, but they were a little different than what I wanted to. They were a little. He said he had like this like blue mohawk and was like, and they were these guys with this long hair, and they were like metal dudes. He's like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out. So, yeah,
could you imagine?
Different.
Could you fucking even imagine Lars Ulrich fucking talking down to fucking Les Claypool in any type of situation at all? Yeah, I'd quit this podcast. I would quit just thinking about it.
Yeah, fuck Lars.
He's like, but like theoretically you should be playing this, and I fucking hate that guy, dude. Like, he makes the band so
playing. Yeah, the way you're playing is like a little like off. Like, I think that you should not. Maybe your bass should have frets. I don't know. He's like.
I drooled a little bit. I fucking drooled a little bit.
Lars.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh fuck. I'm gonna say that maybe you should have frets on your bass, dude. That's fucking so funny, dude. Oh my god.
That's what Lars would say, though. That's how. I mean, Lars is.
Okay, people. We actually have serious fucking topics today.
Oh yeah. We had a plan. 30 minutes in, and we did have a plan for it. Yeah,
dude. God damn, that's fucking
plan half the time, dude. Like, we could just fucking talk.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like we flow very well until we fucking actually bring up our notes, and then we're looking and reading shit, and that's when it turns into like, the WNBA is currently negotiating. Which here's a segue, people. Since I have it up, and I actually have I'm not fucked up enough to read. I'm actually doing well right now. So, people, have you heard? I mean, it's not like big news, but apparently people are throwing colored dildos at the WNBA games. And you know what? It kind of makes me think, does this have to do with some sort of negotiation that is going on between the league and the players? I don't know, but I never ever saw someone throw a fucking colored dildo in an NBA game or any professional league ever.
That's hilarious, dude. Because they're negotiating salaries because they want to get paid the same amount as the NBA, but the NBA actually subsidizes the WNBA because they do so terribly. They don't sell enough tickets, they don't sell enough merch, and they want to get cuts of the merch. It's like, fine, you can get the $5 for the jersey that sold. It's like, who cares? But and it's funny because they say, like, I want to get paid the same percentage of revenue the NBA. That's what they're trying to negotiate. But do you realize that you're not making any revenue? So that means, like, you're actually getting paid by so you would have to pay them if you want to get the same. Someone did the math, and it's like, yeah, you'd have to pay them if you wanted to make the same amount of revenue, because you're not making any revenue. So they're complaining that they're not making enough money, but they're still, and I pulled it up. It was, so their average salary is still $100,000 a year just to play basketball, and just to play basketball. I mean, I'd make $100,000 a year to play baseball, right? Because I love baseball. If I could make $100,000 a year playing baseball, fuck yeah, dude, why not?
For sure,
right? It's a kid's sport, it's a kid's game, and you get to play it as an adult. You should be happy about that, But the NBA revenue they bring in every year is billions of dollars, and the average salary is like 11 million. So if you look at the percentage, it's like you want to make that percentage, but you bring in nothing, like literally nothing. You have to get subsidized by what the NBA brings in. So people are saying, yeah, okay, here's a fucking purple dildo landing on the free throw line. You know, that's how they're saying, here you go, buddy.
Dude, so I use AI for all my questions now. So I love this shit. And
Yeah.
Google's fantastic, but not to, go over your stats, but it says right now these players are making 200, like I think like the top is 249,000.
Mhm.
People. I like what Dick is saying. Would you play flag football for fucking $250,000? Because and I just want you to think about this, because nobody's watching the WNBA, nobody watches flag football. But if someone offered you to play flag football, would you fucking do it? Without like, you know what? I need to make $1 million to play flag football. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is watching you to make that much money?
Yeah, exactly.
Or let's ask this question. If they were to happen to get everything they have ever wanted and they're going to get paid like the NBA, who do you guys think deserves the highest fucking contract in the NBA? Just say LeBron James. Who's going to make the LeBron James money? I want you guys to answer that. Honestly, the first name that came off the top of your head, I want you to put in the comments and let us know, because I already know who I fucking, think should be the person that is bringing in all the faces to the WNBA games. But most of this world won't think that way. So that would be a conflict in itself. And I would love to see a whole bunch of women fighting over fucking LeBron James money.
Exactly. Look, so they want revenue sharing. Total estimated 10 billion. Projections in 2025 to be 12 billion. We're talking billion, okay? Total revenue for the WNBA, 200 million. You know the difference between a million and a billion? It doesn't seem like it's not just, the first letter, like $1 billion, a lot more than $1 million. Okay. And so they're $1 billion compared to what the WNBA brings in, 200 million. It's not even close. And they want to make the same. But their argument, and I do agree with their argument, they want the same percentage of revenue to be paid because they're not being paid the same percentage of revenue. But they wouldn't be alive. They wouldn't have a thing if it wasn't for the NBA actually helping them and stuff like that. So that's my point. Is like they're not really making money. They're not really making money. But if you do, so I do agree with the fact that they do want to like a little more percentage of the revenue because they're not making it compared to what the NBA is making as far as the revenue they're bringing in. But it's like you're not even close. You're not going to make the salaries. You're not going to make millions of dollars. If you're like the highest paid player makes 250 million, that's about what you should get when your league only brings in 200 million per year, right? That's about what you should get. So I
You're
don't know.
gonna bankrupt the league with one fucking player.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It just doesn't economically make sense. Like, people, come on, you can't just fucking throw a fictitious number out there, and just because we fucking print money every day, they can just offer you like, yeah, we got it. We'll give you 200. Angel Reese will give you $250 million because you're a fucking social media face and you fucking can rebound like a son of a bitch. And that's about it. But you know what? Let's just bankrupt all of the fucking owners and all the shares here because of what you guys feel you deserve.
Yeah. Because in the long run, it's a business and they want to make money. So that's really, and even paying players like LeBron, millions of dollars, they're making 10 billion, not 1 billion. They're making $10 billion.
Did anybody did you watch the ESPYs? I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
I did not watch the ESPYs.
Okay. So Shane Gillis is pretty much an up and coming. Well, he's been fucking doing this for a while, but he's just been blowing up for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I want to prove my point, and I want to prove our point when it comes down to this salary negotiation, when it comes down to the WNBA. If you don't think people are watching this league, check this out. This was on the ESPYs, and the ESPYs is an award show for sports in general. And this comedian, Shane Gill, is fucking just, I'll let you listen to it right now.
It's a big year for the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark. Kate, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. That's the wrong one. Whoops. This is the one. Okay, this is the one. Here we go.
So I hope you had a good Juneteenth, brother.
Yeah, here it comes.
Well, that guy's weird. 4-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody.
So they pan in this clip. They pan over to a black chick and right next to her white husband.
I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
Isn't that wild that he did that shit on the fucking ESPYs? Did that fucking amazing joke. And that just proves the point that everybody clapped when they panned over to her. They saw her in the video screen and everybody clapped and he fucking came out and said that shit.
Yeah.
So you want to give players fucking $250 million contract when no one knows who the fuck they are?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Yeah. It's like how many NBA players can you name and point out in public? And then how many WNBA players? Like 3? Like how many can you name? Like 3? I can name like 2.
And that's Angel Reese and fucking Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's because of the Batman and fucking Joker rivalry they have going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's it. And because Caitlin Clark came in and just like shook up the world, and if she wasn't a white girl, she wouldn't have shook up the world. It's just she would be a badass player. But because she's a white girl coming in a black dominated sport, it's shaking up the world. Who fucking cares is what I always say. Like, who gives a shit? It's like she's a good ass player. You should give her props. That's it.
Well, that was the same shit like when Larry Bird came into the league and started fucking shit up with Boston, you know?
Yeah. But nobody really said like anything about Bird because they had mad respect for him in college and stuff like that. And him being a white boy, nobody cared. They were like, at that time, there was a good balance. And then it's more become like black dominated, which is great. I mean, that's a fucking awesome sport. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's just at that time, it was Bird against Jordan, right? It was Bird against Magic. No one said, oh, white against black. It was fucking Larry Bird was a badass. You know, they didn't care if you, and now it's like, fast forward to now, it's like we're so divisive and everybody wants to be so divisive. It's like, who gives a shit if it's a white girl coming in? Who cares? She's fucking good.
I want to be entertained.
Yes. She's shooting threes past NBA threes. And she's just fucking dropping them like bombs, dude. She's good. Give her fucking props.
Let me ask you this, people. Would you want to watch a whole fucking NFL season of just preseason style games? No. It's like, no. And no one wants to see fucking the WNBA people players going back and forth and missing fucking shots left and right where it takes 5 minutes for someone to score a basket.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be entertained. And I know they're not like shitty like that. That's over.
Yeah.
That's over proportion. But like Caitlin Clark, like you said, shook the world up. You know, you saw the attendance rise dramatically. And then when she was injured, it just, faltered. So just take what you have going on, take what you have and run with it and just be appreciative. Like, hey, people are like, they're watching our games. They're coming to our games and shit. They're watching us on TV. We're getting popular. People are starting to recognize us kind of, Yeah. It's just like, we don't live in that type of world. Could you imagine going up to your bosses like, you know what, I'm making this right now, but I think you should quadruple it because I feel I'm owed that. Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, hey, our store's one of the slower stores. We're not bringing in a lot of revenue, but can you pay me like the store over there that makes 10 times the amount that we make? Can you pay me like them?
Yeah.
I do half the work, but hey, can you pay me like them? I'm not as good as them, but can you pay me like them? No, come on.
No, it sounds perfect, dude. Like, that sounds so logical.
Yeah. But it all boils down to like, you're playing a fucking kids game. Fucking enjoy it. And who gives a shit? Feel lucky that you're playing this professionally and you don't have to get a real job. And you can make $100,000 to $250,000 a year playing a kids game. All these fucking professional athletes, you're playing a kid's game. You're playing a game that kids play in the street for fun. And you get to play it as your job. So it's like, shut the fuck up and take your money and just have fun. life should be fun. Like, just have fun playing a kid's. You get to play a fucking kid's game for your job instead of people like us that have to go to an actual job and work and don't make nearly that much money. Give me a fucking break. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a dildo at you as well. And it's gonna be this long. Yeah, and I'm gonna run on the court. Never mind.
Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna throw the dildo first and then run on the court? I'd be like, holy fuck, who did that?
You threw that dildo.
Right? Or you can just run out there, dude, with the dildo in your hand. Like, fuck it, why throw it, dude? You spent money on it.
Just run out there. Woo!
It's like, if I'm getting arrested, that's part of my property that goes in my locker as well.
One dildo with 10-inch dildo? Yeah, that's mine. Sorry.
We got short shorts, a no effects shirt.
Yep. Another 10-inch black dildo. Speaking of dildos, the Twin Outlaw Brothers.
Oh fuck, dude.
You heard about those guys?
I know you have seen them. I know you've heard them some way, somehow in your feed, people. These fucking twin brothers that decided to spend the rest of their lives fucking making videos together are the gayest fucking people in the world. And on top of it, these guys are talking shit about legit motorcycle clubs, like talking hella shit.
Yeah, about the fucking Hells Angels, dude. Like, the OG, like, badass bike club, dude, motorcycle club. And that you do not fuck with the Hells Angels. And these guys are talking shit online about them. And then the Hells Angels show up in what? Sturgis?
Mm-hmm.
They see them and they're like, hey, what, you talking shit? Here we are. And they call the cops and run away like little bitches. It's like, come on. Back up your shit, boys.
Right?
Hell's Angels ain't got enough balls to come and get this. Hell's Angels ain't got enough balls to come and get this.
Hell's Angels ain't got enough balls to come get this.
Dude, when I see an MC roll up next, coming up in my fucking rearview mirror, dude, I fucking drive to the side. I let them go. It's just a respect thing. And you know the danger that comes with it. So the theory that's going around the internet right now about these fucking dopes is that they're part of law enforcement and they're trying to entice like the MCs to do something so they can RICO.
That makes sense.
And it bothers the shit out of me because it's trolling to a level like these guys could be hanging by their fucking tongues in somewhere, like in fucking, Hesperia somewhere. You just never know. So,
that's
wild. And they're like,
wannabes.
Yeah, and they're like, dude, we're gonna be at Sturgis where all these people just fucking attend freely, These guys get into fights like with other MCs, and then these two fucking brothers and they have to be twins. That's what I think it's so fucking cringy to watch these guys look into a phone together and one talks and the other one just like looks and stares and shit. That's gay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck. That's really gay. I would never, ever had it. If I ever had a twin brother, it's like, hey, you know what? We should start an MC, just the two of us, and just ride bikes all over the place together. That sounds so horrible. It's the worst script ever written. It's a D-list movie. And these guys are living it out.
Yeah. And they're so like stereotypical like bikers, right? Like they got all the stereotype of a biker. So it's too fake. So there's got to be something else going on with it. And it's either like they're just trying to get views on social media. So they're doing this, they're not real. Or like you said, maybe they are trying to entice these people to get a RICO case on them because it's just too stupid. It's like, I know you're not supposed to be gay and you're not supposed to say gay and retarded, but it's gay and it's retarded. It's stupid.
I am not ashamed of saying that. We are going to get a doormat that says we say gay and retarded in this house. We're bringing the 90s back, people.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to bring back the non-sensitivity that we grew up. I saw a meme earlier where someone was saying, you know what? I got jabbed and fucking heckled by like the most by my friends That's how I built a thick
Oh,
skin
yeah.
was because of my
Yeah,
friends. It was nobody else.
exactly.
I didn't get harassed by anybody else in school. It was my friends that made me
No.
feel like shit.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, because you did something, you were gay.
Yeah,
It's being retarded. And
exactly. Ding dong ditch,
There-
smear the Q word. I won't say that word. That one tests the. I won't say the Q word, or I won't say the F
Word?
derogatory. Yeah, I won't say that either. So,
It's on the line. That's crossing the line there, buddy.
yeah, but remember, like you would hear
I'll
smear,
say gay and
smear the
retarded.
Q.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, dude, you were getting your ass kicked and you were getting called a derogatory name at the same time.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
It's true. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's how
I mean-
that's how we don't get offended now. We have skin, I don't get offended for shit. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to get offended because that's
Have
how
you-
we grew up.
have you ever watched the documentaries on, have you watched any type of like documentary based off of a celebrity on Hulu? Like ever? like a Mike Tyson or a Diddy. I think they did a Notorious B.I.G. one.
I watched the Mike Tyson one. I did watch
Did-
that one.
Okay, so you know how corny that Mike Tyson looked. He didn't look nothing like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people take Sons of Anarchy and put them in a Hulu documentary, and these are
Yeah.
fucking Twin Outlaw Brotherhood
Yeah.
fucking douchebags.
Yeah, exactly. They look like Opie from Sons of Anarchy. They have the exact look as Opie. Or the
After
Opie
the
twins.
prison scene.
Oh, yeah. That's where they're yeah. Dude, that when I watched that when Opie got hit, dude, when Opie died, I was like I cried, dude. I was like, no,
Yeah.
he was my favorite character on that show. It's like I can't even describe it. Like he went in there and I don't know if you noticed, he says, got this, right? And I was just like, no.
You knew.
Bro, you knew he was gone. And I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way. And no one spoiled it for me. I had no clue what was going to happen. And I fucking lost my mind because Opie was just a badass. Those guys are just putting on that mask of Opie. They're just trying to be like Opie. They're trying to be like Sons of Anarchy, trying to be like Opie. And there's got to be like something behind it because they're not going to be able to get away with that. And then like call the cops over when the Hells Angels actually show up to fucking say something. So
Right.
There's no way the Hells Angels are going to let them get away with that either. So it's like there's something off with this.
I
Something
wonder if
weird
these
about
guys
it.
live together too, because that would be ultra ambiguously gay duo type shit.
Yeah, they live in the same place and they sleep in a full size bed and spoon every night. So
Ah, that's fucking so great. So people, don't fucking piss off the Hells Angels. It's gonna
No.
come around. It's seriously
yeah.
gonna come around. And like you said, they're even if they're wired, they're not gonna get there fast enough. Like
Yeah.
someone will take a fall for this MC just to
Yeah.
fucking shut these guys up. It'll happen. You know,
Yeah.
we're not promoting that stuff, but if you know the history of these MCs, I mean, just fucking watch any type of, gangland. Watch the old school gangland when it was actually
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And they talked about gangs and shit. And they talked about
Yeah.
bikers. Just watching that
Yeah.
shit, you're like, I'm never going to fucking talk to these guys. I'm not even going to look in their direction. I see green or red.
No.
I'm looking the opposite direction.
Yeah. And then like the Sons of Anarchy was based like off like the Hells Angels, but in real life, and Sons of Anarchy is pretty like brutal in some points, right? And it's pretty crazy. In real life, the Hells Angels are way worse than that. And some of those documentaries I've seen, like they talk about it. And there's one where there's a guy that infiltrated the Hells Angels and got into them deep. And he was actually a cop, like he was actually undercover. And he tells the story on that. It's one of those documentaries, and he's just like, the shit he saw was just fucking nuts. Why are these two like outlaw brothers? Like these like guys are still walking the earth. Like, I don't understand. So there's got to be something inside that we don't know about. So it's fucking stupid.
It makes more sense to think that they're law enforcement than just brave individuals online.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to do something, so it'll come out eventually. But yeah, they're a couple of dildos.
Okay, so from that, let's leave. Yeah, let's jump into this just because we're going from one gay thing to another. Have you heard people that men are wearing skirts in Atlanta and people are losing their fucking mind as this is now a new fashion trend? Okay.
You showed that to me and I was like,
now this can go very south for this podcast if we really dive deep into like how we both truly feel about this. But the thing about it is in the time that we are in right now with people transitioning, why wouldn't this be something that would just fucking pop out of 2025?
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of feminization of men. And it's been a lot of that going on lately. And men used to be men and dress like men, dress in suits, right? Like that's you was a man and a woman, and now I feel like the lines have crossed, and I'm old school. I just don't understand it, and I I don't know. Like you said, I don't want to cross any lines and like get banned, but it's just something that I don't understand. It's not cool. It's not tough. It's not different. It's not anything. There's no reason for it. But at the same time, I'm like, do what you want to fucking do. I don't give a shit. It's not hurting me. I just don't understand it. And that's the way I look at things. Like, I don't understand it. That doesn't mean it's not cool. Do what you want. But I feel like there's a lot of feminization of men, and I just don't like that. I think that men are men, or you're gay, whatever. It's fine. Do what you want to do.
Here's something for people to think. This is for the feminist community. Look at it this way. With the transitioning that is going on right now, and these men wearing skirts and shit like that, and now men fucking becoming cheerleaders in the NFL, women, do you not see that we are trying to take over every single aspect of anything that you have a dominance in?
Yeah.
You guys don't see that? Like, oh no, these men they feel like they were born a woman. No, there's a fucking dude out there that has gold medals over fucking women who spent their whole entire life competing against women, transitioned, and then mobbed all over their Olympic dreams.
Yeah. And I'm totally for that. I'm totally for it because it just shows that men are better than women.
Oh. Whoa. Now, I'm just
kidding, okay? I'm just kidding. Yeah, give me a break. Women are better than men. I know. It's a joke. Ladies, it's a joke. I'm just kidding.
We all know a true neutral man that tries to understand a woman better than he knows himself will understand that women are good, and men and women are good in certain categories and stuff.
Yeah. Men are good at our stuff and women are good at their stuff. And it's just like, women are amazing. I love women. I have 3 daughters. Come on. And it's a joke.
No, and for sure. Yeah. But when we talk about, I want people to understand that when we say, negative shit about certain people or fucking race or gender, whatever the case, it's because we're lashing out at fucking experiences. It's kind of like our PTSD from the past. It's like, that fucking bitch, you know what I mean? It's just that. It's not, it's not like all these women are fucking making me feel this way. No, it's that one chick in high school that fucking said you had a small dick, and now you think all women think men have small dicks, especially me. It's just that, people. But on a real note, it's like the fact that this is being accepted is like we men are trying to take over that shit, and I don't like it. I like you said, I like a masculine man. You can have a dad bod. I'm good with all that shit too. When I watch porn, I want a man with a decent sized dick. I'm not lying, dude. I don't want a small penis. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you even in this video? Why is she filming with this guy? I can do that.
I don't want to see a guy with my dick. I want to see a guy with
Oh, you should probably put some frets on that base.
Yeah, come on. When I watch porn, I want to see
frets on my base. Is that the shirt? It's a oh my God, just measuring your penis, and it's like, you should put some frets on that base. That's fucking awesome, Richard.
Okay, we did it. Let's make it.
We're going to sell the fucking dick shirt at our fucking dairy gas station when we buy it.
Like a dairy.
Oh my gosh, we sell dick shirts here. It's like Venice Beach in Lake LA.
Yep.
This is great, dude. This is fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. We've put some great ideas on this podcast.
So people, like, honestly, really think about it. You know, when you look at men and they, you know, they look good, they have good legs, they have a good physique. And I'm looking at this photo of this guy wearing a black skirt with, red hearts and shit. I'm like, that's a cute skirt. First off, it's fucking ultra cute. It's not something I want to see like on a fucking masculine man, and they're just trying to be a part of this trend that's going on. You don't want to be able to open up all these trends for men just to come and take over when it's predominantly for women. Could you imagine if men started wearing skirts at fucking Halloween parties and they look better than some of these fat fucking hags that come in and trying to be like, I can be a slut for a day.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even care, dude. Do what you want. Like, wear what you want. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to do it. It's not hurting me. I don't really care.
No, it doesn't bother me either. But here's the thing, dude. It's like when you go to like certain shows and people are all like pierced up and they're all like colored all different ways and shit like that. Hey, that's totally cool for this fucking show, whatever. But if you're not going to wear that shit out in public, you probably shouldn't wear that shit here either, dude. It's like, there's a reason why you don't wear it out in public every single day, but you feel it's right to fucking wear a bull fucking piercing on your nose with like chains wrapped around it and shit like that. It's like, nah, I don't want to see that shit. So like, do whatever you want in the privacy of your own home. But if you're not wearing these skirts, like to fucking go to Walmart and shit like that and get you some cereal and stuff, then don't wear it at all. That's how I look at it. If you can't wear it, if you don't feel comfortable at Walmart wearing it, don't wear it out in public.
There you go. I like it.
And trust me, there's some, and people, you've seen some shit. People wear at Walmart, man. Yeah.
There's whole Instagram pages that dedicated to what people wear at Walmart.
Yeah. So you just roll out of bed. It's like, I need to get some milk. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's terrible.
One of the subjects I kind of want, I don't know. It's just everywhere and everybody's talking about it. And it's, I have a feeling we're going to have a really fucking shitty outcome, dude, all the way around. There's not going to be anything good about this.
Yeah.
Emanuel Haro, 7-month-old Emanuel Haro was allegedly kidnapped from his mom while he was getting his diaper changed, and mom alleged that she got sucker punched, knocked out, and when she awoke, the baby was missing. Now, I've just seen clips of this dude, and I haven't been following up on it, but I brought the article up, and it's like, there's a lot of sketchy shit that's going on with this whole entire thing when it comes down to the mom and dad and their fucking stories, dude.
Yeah.
Like, now they're saying they have CCTV, TV of her with that shiner prior to the fucking day the kid was missing.
Yeah.
So,
and she, so I guess also they went into the Big Five and a couple days before and asked if their cameras were working.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened right in front of the Big Five. Oh, just so happened in front of the Big Five where the cameras aren't working. And he also has the guy, the father also has a previous baby that died.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, his daughter, I'm trying to find it right now, but he also had a baby that died, and apparently this baby, what his story is that he was giving the baby a bath because the baby had a fever, and he accidentally dropped the baby in the sink, and the baby I think it was a girl, hit her head. And then the baby ended up being sick or like, I guess had something with the lungs happening. And then the baby ended up passing. And when they checked the baby out, check this shit out. The baby had fractures of the leg that had healed, that were healing, had rib fractures that were healing. So that means that this baby had all these things happen and no painkillers, was in pain, and all these fractures were healing. and it's and this is the same dude, same fucking dude, and you're gonna tell me that he has nothing to do with this baby? Give me a fucking break.
You know what, dude? Like, there's so much shitty people out there, but it blows me away that they fucking have kids.
Yeah, and
It's
and
like
this guy obviously he's doing something. He doesn't want to be a father. He's getting these women pregnant, having a baby, and he doesn't want to be a father. So something happens. Something happens to the kid. Something allegedly happens to the kid. Like, oh, it's been kidnapped, or this baby. Oh, I dropped him in the sink. But okay, you dropped him in the sink, and he has fractures that were healing previously. Are these people? It's like Casey Anthony. We've talked about Casey Anthony. It's like she didn't want to have a kid, so she made up this story about this happened. And this is the second time this guy and Jake Haro, this is the second time this has happened. It's like, this is ridiculous. This guy's trash, and he had something to do with this, and she's just covering for him.
It kind of reminds you of the Gabriel Hernandez story in fucking
exactly.
Palmdale.
Yep, exactly. It's exactly the same thing.
And this is just like right on the outskirts of fucking San Bernardino and Yucaipa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, it's in San Bernardino.
That's my mother-in-law lives down in San Bernardino. I didn't know Yucaipa was right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but I think they're investigating the houses right now, and something's gonna fucking pop. I guess apparently the dad fucking deleted like home surveillance as well.
Yep. They had home surveillance, and he deleted all the home surveillance too.
Who fucking what non-guilty party does that?
Yeah, and not only did they delete it, they deleted it from like the hard drive, and like they got rid of everything so that you can't actually pull it up. So it's crazy, dude. Like you're really. So, I guess I'm looking it up right now because I couldn't remember exactly the story, but it was in 2018, and the daughter was 10 weeks old.
Jesus,
10 weeks
well,
old.
this kid was 7 months. Dude,
Yeah,
like
they don't
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, and yeah,
it's just it's so sad. And I you know what? I hope he's okay, but more than likely this isn't going to be a good sign for the child, unfortunately.
No, I have a feeling it's not.
Especially when you're around San Bernardino. My wife grew up in San Bernardino. She knows how bad it is out there, and she's like, this shit could happen, but the fact that their stories aren't meshing and they have like histories, it's just typical fucking shitty parents that just don't know how to fucking handle their decision of having a kid.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also like domestic violence cases with them as well. And there's previous domestic violence cases. It's like all the signs point to that this is like a domestic violence where I saw something where like there's footage from another angle from another store or something like that where she actually hit herself with like her car door to cause that. But then there's other stories where like it was a domestic fight. Yep. Oh my God. I got attacked. Where's my baby? Like,
can you imagine if he fucking had to slam that fucking door in her face?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's like, I could just punch you to make it look realistic.
Yeah. He's like, no, slam the door in my face. That'll be great.
Slam the door in my face.
Yeah. Just slam the door right on my fucking cheek. Yeah. And
like you have so many options when you find out you're pregnant, man and woman. It's like you guys decide if this is what you're going to go through with. Whether you want to have a child, you want to go for option A or option B or option C. Like there's multiple. And the fact that these shitty people, people, you're a shitty person. Like I think people honestly know in their heart of heart, they know if they're a shitty person or not, and the fact that two shitty people got together and fucking had a child, an innocent child, and didn't fucking choose any other option to give this child a good opportunity is fucking, it saddens me for humanity that an innocent child's life is not valued at all anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so sad. And then, having kids myself, I couldn't imagine my life without them. And it's been extremely difficult for me my entire life raising these kids and helping raise these kids. But there's never been a time where I'm like, yeah, I don't want them anymore. And it's just like, come on, these people have kids and they're like, well, let's pretend that let's kill the kid and pretend that it got kidnapped. It's like, how could you put that in your head and think that's an actual option? Right? That's an actual option for you to do that. I think though with this case that this guy's just a fucking piece of shit. Sorry, but he's just like violent and he probably just like got pissed off at the kid and hurt the kid and now she's covering for him.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I think it's that simple.
And and honestly, like these two fucking people don't look like rocket scientists. You're not finding the fucking most educated people in these individuals in San Bernardino. No. So the fact that these stories, if we can figure out a better story, they haven't figured out the entire story to a detail to where they won't be caught. Like something will be found out. They're not that fucking bright.
Right. Yeah. And with a previous conviction in 2018, well, I guess they pleaded guilty to the charge in 2023, but it happened in 2018 and it's 2025 and he did it again. But come on.
They had the kid this year in January.
Yeah. And
dude,
he did it again after having it happen in 2018 and being convicted already of it. And now again, it's so stupid. It's like, come on.
People, I hope you fucking appreciate your kids. I hope, like even when they're fucking pieces of shit and they're fucking unappreciative assholes that in the, in that little soul of theirs, they fucking love you, They know that you're a good parent and stuff, but if they know that you're a bad parent, you obviously know you're a bad parent too. So,
yeah,
it's as simple as that. It's really super simple. It does not take much to be a good parent. So the fact that if anybody's a bad person to a kid it shows that they are a fucking garbage human being. Simple as that. It truly is that simple.
It's definitely that simple. They're just a garbage human being. And if anybody can be so mad that they're going to hurt an innocent little child like that, what is wrong with your brain that where you can fucking inflict pain and be that mad that you're going to hurt a kid like that? And I could not imagine. I've been so mad at my kids that I wanted to beat the shit out of them, but like I would never do it because it's an innocent child. They can't defend themselves. It's an innocent child, and there's people out there that will beat the shit out of an innocent child and not even fucking care. And this went too far, in my opinion. This went too far. The kid, something happened, and she's trying to cover for him, and they're trying to cover it up. And this was the story they told, and now it's everywhere. And the truth's going to come out. The truth is going to come out, and unfortunately, I feel like it's going to be like the Casey Anthony case, where they find a body, and it's sad, man. That poor fucking kid to be brought in this world with parents like that. It's not the kid's fault. It's not the kid's fault. It's an innocent child.
I'm not with my daughter's mother anymore, and we're not really on speaking terms and stuff. But there's one thing that I can honestly say, when it came down to her pregnancy, she took care of herself. She ate a lot of good things to help, relax our daughter while they were both sleeping and shit. And we didn't have a crazy time with my daughter while she was, a baby and an infant and stuff. So that has a lot to do with how your child acts once they are born. And knowing these fucking rocket scientists, they were probably eating Hot Pockets every night with fucking like soda and fucking popcorn and shit, drinking 40s in the morning with cereal.
Yeah.
And this guy fucking got upset at a 7-month-old, the guy lost his fucking cool. This is what we're assuming, people. The guy lost his shit.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly lost his shit on a 7-month-old, and fucking possibly took his life. If that does not define the worst fucking horrible human being in the world, it's like, first off, do you get that super upset where you feel like you want to kill a 7-month-old?
Yeah.
It's like, I was talking to my wife,
right?
I mean,
they cried. It's like, shut up, kid. That's probably what happened. Shut up, you. And then he probably shook the kid, beat the kid because the kid was crying, because babies fucking cry.
That's
You
all
know?
they know how to. That's how they talk. People like
Yeah.
that's them
They're
crying.
uncomfortable.
That's
That's
them
what they do.
talking.
They're uncomfortable.
That's
Something's wrong. Something is wrong when they cry. They're tired. They're hungry. They shit themselves.
but that's
I know
the
when
but
I
that's
shit
their voice.
myself, I'm really uncomfortable. So
I really need to get the hell out of these fucking pants quickly.
sometimes I cry, but they don't know how to communicate other than
Then that's their
some people
vocals.
can't handle. Yeah, some people can't handle that shit. And this guy probably couldn't handle a kid crying, so he fucking did something, and hopefully it ends well. But it just we obviously know that with his previous conviction, and we know this isn't going to be something that's going to end well.
People, if you're thinking about having a kid with your spouse or your significant other or whatever, and if you cringe when you hear a baby cry in public, that's probably the first sign to be like, you know what? I don't think I should fucking bring one of these into the world because I'm not going to do well with it in my own home. You can say that you're going to be confident and you're going to do everything you need to do, but it's a coin flip on how your kid is after they are born. It truly is.
Yeah, it really is. I've had a couple of my kids were angels and barely cried, and then I had a couple that were crying all the time. You wouldn't go to sleep unless they put them in the car, and it was that kind of stuff. So, and you know what? You deal with it. You deal with it. You take care of your kid and you raise your kid.
Yeah. If you love your kid, you deal with it and you make it happen.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If you're a piece of shit like this guy,
yeah.
Then you handle things the way you do as aggressive as possible, I guess.
Yeah. This is not going to end well, unfortunately. So,
no. But I hate to end that on a negative note, people. But this is just like the world we live in right now, and it's all fun and games, like on this podcast. But we do try to bring up, like, there's serious negative people out there that you just don't. Sometimes it could be your next door neighbor, and you have no fucking idea what they're doing and shit, And I think. I sent you some stuff, like we were talking about, like 50s like cartoons like Goofy and like Tom and Jerry and shit like that. And it's just, I think, you know what, dude, the times have changed so much where I don't think people like us that grew up in the 70s and the 80s, that were born in the 70s and the 80s, ever got out of that time. I think we literally lived the greatest time in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think anybody 100%. Will talk about the 2000s and this whole entire era, even the internet era. I don't think anybody's going to talk about it the way that we talked about it, or how people will talk about that period between the 70s and the 90s ever again.
No, we're lucky. I think we grew up, our generation grew up in the best time to be like a kid and a teenager and 20 something. Just like you said, from like the 70s to the 90s was just the best time. It's like the beginning of technology, but we still played outside. We still touched grass, and yet we still had technology just coming up, but it wasn't taking over our lives. Like, it was there, but it didn't take over our lives. And now the kids these days are like, all they want to do is be on their phone, and they don't want to do anything else, and they don't want to go outside, and technology is taking over every aspect of their lives. And then now there's ChatGPT that they can just go on and, they can use AI to just figure things out instead of like reading a book or doing some research on it. They just type it in. There it is. Oh, ChatGPT told me that. ChatGPT did my homework for me, and doctors are going to be using ChatGPT now, and it's like, we grew up in the best time. And I always say that I feel like I grew up in the best time to be a kid. The 80s was like a best time to grow up, because we got everything, every little thing that you could possibly imagine as a kid that a kid would want. We got it. And I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, me too. People, we grew up. Check this out. This might blow your mind away for people that are younger than us, but we had to learn what fucking the pedo cars were, and we were told, just don't fucking go near those. Mm-hmm. That's just really what it was. When you saw a fucking creepy person, you fucking turned the other way, and you fucking, sometimes if they fucking kept walking, you would scream no, 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 and that was it. That's what you were taught. Now people are so fucking, they're so confined in their house and their phone, where they see like these crime documentaries or listen to these crime podcast and like, I'm never going to let my daughter go outside. Like I can't, there's no way I will ever risk her losing her life like this double murder in 1965. You know, it's like,
yeah, but think about it. We like my parents, like me and my brother would go get up in the morning and go out and play, and we wouldn't come back until the sun was coming down, and then we'd have to come home.
yeah,
No kids do that these days. And my parents didn't know where the fuck we were. They're just like, hey, go out and play, get out of here. And we'd be like, well, we want to come home and we're thirsty. No, there's a hose.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. Don't come back.
Turn on the hose. Don't come back
Okay.
until the sun's coming down. Just get out of here. We don't want you in here.
Check this
Are
out.
you
I'm
gonna
gonna.
eat? We don't know.
Richard's gonna know the answer to this immediately.
Yep.
We didn't have fucking phones. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have alarms. We didn't have most of us didn't have pagers. When our parents told us to leave the house and not come back to a specific time, what was our fucking alarm clock, dude?
To come home?
Yep. What was the natural fucking alarm clock in Lake LA?
Well, there wasn't any street lights.
That's what it was, though. There was just the saying, get back before the street lights came on.
Yeah,
And
but we didn't, on my street, we didn't have any street lights. So it was like, once that sun started going down, it was like, you see it over the mountains over there. You're like, once it starts to get over that mountain, hear my mom come out. My mom would be like,
oh, shit.
yeah. Hey, sorry, Patty. That's my Patty impression.
That was really good, dude.
Yeah, it sounded just like her. But she would come out on the front porch and start yelling. And, you know, it was time to come home.
You're like,
There was times where we'd go back down and be like, hey, please, we're doing this and it's summertime and we don't have to go to school tomorrow. And okay, you can stay out till like another hour, but you have to come home because I'm going to go to bed and you have to be like all that kind of stuff. Right. Like, but that was for me, that's what it was, is we would be down at the Bedoya's house, you know, Ramses Bedoya, and we'd be down hanging out with that we were always down there. And she would yell. It was just a couple houses down and she would yell, Richard, Timmy, come home now. And then we'd head back. So that
like,
was when we knew to come home.
I want you to look at that fucking Avenue O mountain. And once that sun starts getting close to those butt cheeks in that fucking crack where that one fucking two-way road goes, that's when your ass starts walking back.
Yep. The butt crack of Avenue O. It's the butt crack. Avenue O.
Dude, I love you. This has been
brother.
This has been amazing. I'm honestly still thinking about how you fucking slapped me with that awesomeness at the very beginning of this podcast. I'm still honored and I'm so thankful, and I'm just happy that we're doing this podcast, man. And I'm going to be a part of a very special part of your life. I won't fuck it up until then.
No, I was going to text you or call you, and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Wouldn't it be just great if I just did it on the podcast? It'd be fucking amazing. So
yeah, and it was, dude. And I'm going to be thank you, dude. I'm super excited. Yeah. I'm super excited for you mostly. I'm really excited for you and the next chapter in your life.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I'm really, you know, I'm glad that you're going to be a part of it, because, you know, you become you've always been one of my best friends, but like lately you've been, you know, one of my best friends, and it's going to be great. I'm glad that you're going to be standing there with me.
I'm honored, man. And I'm thankful for all you fucking people out there that keep coming back and listening to us. Whomever listens to it, how many people listen to us, it means the world to us. It truly does. And if you can just do us one huge favor, though, it seriously only takes like 5 or 10 seconds. Go follow the Mind of Dick podcast and the Conference Call podcast so you can get 2 times the action of podcasting.
What?
Get to hear our voice all the time. It's a 2-banger and it's a free podcast. We're never going to charge you guys shit to hear our beautiful voices ever.
Never. Nope.
So thank you everybody for listening to the show. Dick, thank you for fucking tolerating my shit for 30 plus years.
It's been an honor and a pleasure, sir.
But to you people, I will say my part of my saying, keep positive and stay classy, but his is even fucking better.
I love you. You got this. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Deuces.
Deuces.